everyone, welcome to another tutorial by me, Lisa. Today we are going to be working and making this lovely little classic granny square with the holes in between it. I will be working on a more solid one for the next tutorial, so you have like at least two types of granny squares. These are great, you can use them for blankets or anything by joining them together. And I'll also teach you in another video how to change colours so that it will be multicoloured. But for this tutorial, and to keep it simple for beginners, we are just going to be using one colour. So check on your yarn. I am using just medium weight yarn today, and but do check which hook size you need for your specific yarn. I'm using a size 5 hook for this one, a 5mm crochet hook. So we're going to jump right in the video and we're going to start. So we start by chaining 4 chains. And I would like to say, if you don't know how to chain or how to do a single crochet or a double crochet, please do have a look at my other tutorials where I teach you how to do that. So we've chained 4. We need to go back into this very first chain here at the end now, where my thumb is, and we're going to slip stitch into there, and it's going to create a little circle or a ring for us to work into. When my yarn wants to come through, there we go. Now when you're working into this circle, you need to find the little hole in the centre, which is, if you pull it apart, if you can see, it's right there. It's right there, because there is a big hole here, but that's not what we're working at. It's just next to that. It's a very small hole. So to start our round 1, we are going to chain 3. And then we are going to work 2 double crochets into that little circle that you can see right there. Now our chain 3 that we've just done does count as a double crochet in this pattern. So we work 2 double crochets into this little ring in the centre. And then we chain 3. And then we work 3 double crochets again into that little ring. And we're going to do this 3 times. So this is the first time. So we'll have a total of 4 little clusters of 3 double crochets in the end. So that's 2 and 3. Also, I just wanted to point out that when you are working into a ring, you can actually get your things and you can move them. So if you was running out of space, you can actually move these around. It's not going to hurt your work or anything if you do that. So we need to chain 3 now. And then we need to make another set of 3 double crochets. And then we chain 3 again. And this is what I mean, we can move that. See how I just did that? So we've got 3, this is our last set, 3 double crochets. And then chain 3. Oop. And now we need to slip stitch to the first. We can pull this as well at the back, and it'll tighten that hole a little bit. I meant your little thingy, you can pull it and it can tighten your hole a little bit for you. Right, so we need to slip stitch into this first chain, which is right here. It'll be the 3rd chain up, 1, 2, 3. So you just pop your hook through there. Doesn't really have to be perfect because it won't show anywhere. And we slip stitch through. So now for round 2, we are going to chain 4, which is going to count as your first double crochet and your chain 1 space. So we jump right over to this chain 3 space here, which is a corner piece, and in that chain 3 space we make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, we chain 3, and we make another 3 double crochets in the same space, and we are creating corners when we do this, corners to our granny square. 1, 2 and 3. So when we've done that, we chain 1 and we jump over to the next chain 3 space right here, and we do the same again. We chain 3, sorry, we don't chain 3, we double crochet 3. I'm so sorry about that, I just realised what I said. We double crochet 3 into that chain 3 space, and then we chain 3, and we double crochet another 3 into the same space. Oop. And then we chain 1. So you're going to do that again in the next one, and then I'll meet you back to do the last one. So I'll see you in a second. So we're on the last one now, our last little corner piece, and we're going to do the same. We're going to make 3 double crochets, we're going to chain 3, but we're going to do something a little bit different now. We're just going to make 2 double crochets, And then this is our chain 4 space that we did earlier, so we need to find a third chain up, which counted as a last double crochet that we're doing here, and we need to slip stitch into it. So you can see the top there, that is your double crochet, that is the chain 1 space, so we need to be into this one right here. And we need to do a slip stitch into there. So you should now have a little square like this. So around 3 we're going to chain 3, which is going to count as a double crochet. And then in this same space here, the chain 1 space, we're going to do 2 double crochets and we're going to chain 1. That is what's called a granny cluster. So now we come over to the corner space and we're going to do what we was doing before. We're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. So now we're going to come over to the next chain 1 space, which is right here in the middle, and we're going to do the same again, but we're going to do 3 double crochets in there this time, and then we're going to chain 1. So 1, 2, 3, and chain 1. Sorry, I'm just getting some more yarn because my yarn's running out. So we come over to the next corner piece and we do 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 1. So you're now going to jump to the next one and you're going to do exactly the same. You're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then you're going to come to the next corner piece and you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 1. And you're going to do that all the way around, and I'll meet you when we get round back round to here. Hello, so we're back around to the beginning. Now we're just going to do what we've been doing, and we're going to slip stitch to that first chain. So for round 4 we're going to chain 4, which counts as a double crochet and a chain 1 space. Wait a minute, I'm just going to do that slip stitch again. It wasn't right. So chain 4, and then in the chain 1 space we are going to do 3 double crochets and chain 1. So this space right here, we're going to do 3 double crochets, and we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to jump over to our corner spaces, and we are going to do the same that we've been doing throughout. 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 1. And as you'll see, we've now got 2 of those little chain 1 spaces along, and as you grow this larger and larger, there will become more of these along. So we're going to jump over to the next chain 1 space right here, and we're going to do 3 double crochets and chain 1. And then the next one along, the chain 1 space, 3 double crochets, and chain 1, and then you're back at a corner space. So we're going to do that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the end. So you're going to get to your corner space next. You're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and then you'll be round to your chain 1 spaces, 2 of them, 3 double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, chain 1, corner space, 3 double crochets, chain 3, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and you're going to do this all the way around until we're back to our chain here, and I'll meet you back there. Hi, so we're back. I've crocheted all the way around, and now we are on our last chain 1 space. So in this space we are going to do 2 double crochets, round, we are just going to slip stitch to the top of our chain that we did at the start. Just like that. Now to finish off, you just do a slip stitch, just pull up your work, snip your working yarn off. You can leave a tail if you want for sewing in. So we're going to snip that. We're just going to pull this hoop through and tighten it, and it makes a little knot. And there you have a beautiful classic granny square. Now you can just make this bigger and bigger, like as you would see. As you can see, if you was just to carry on the way that we have been doing on the last row, you've now got 3 chain 1 spaces, and you would just do the same all the way around, and you can make this as large as you like. You can even just make a giant blanket out of just a classic granny square. Now you can just sew in your ends at the back. Can sew them by weaving them in. I haven't got a needle on my saw. You just weave them in here, back and forth a couple of times. And this one, you can just weave that in, or you can actually just tie it in a knot and snip it off. It'll be fine. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and if you did, I would really love it if you did like and subscribe, or even comment. Or if there's anything you want me to try for you and get a tutorial out, I will do my best to do that. Just leave a comment below, and I will see you for my next video. Bye.